Hi everyone, welcome to the Craft Barn. Today we are going to show you how to do a dirty pour, kind of like the one we've got in front of you on an 8-inch round. My happy helper today is Jessica. Jessica is going to go through the process with us.
Hi everyone.
So, hi Jessica. Okay, so Jessica's going to get the tray, a drip tray, which keeps your workstation nice and tidy. We're going to then put some old glass jars. Now these help elevate your canvas so that you don't really need to touch it and it's not going to dry on the actual plastic and ruin the product. We're going to use an 8-inch round canvas, which is Spotlight or any of those stores can get them. You can even get them online. So let's get ready. What Jessica's going to do today is she's going to use the colours red, blue, black, and white. Now, the first three colours have already been pre-mixed, and what they've been pre-mixed with is a combination of Floetrol, which we can get at any Bunnings store, basic PVA glue. We use, in this instance, we've got the Elmar's school glue, but you can use any PVA glue. So basically you're going to use a third of each, including the paint. So just to give you an idea, we didn't do the white mix, so we can show you the mix of it. So you get a plastic cup, any size will do, but we find these quite convenient, these smaller ones. And the other thing is they're also recyclable, so you don't have to throw them out, you just wash them after you've finished. So we're not ruining the environment. So Jessica's going to get her paint, Floetrol and PVA and mix it into one of the cups. She's going to put about a third. She's going to do one amount and then she's going to do similar with the PVA. I'll show you there. And we've had technical difficulties, so we're going to pour it without the squidgy, which is also fine. And then we always like a little tricky. And then we're going to use the white, as I said. Once again, same amounts, push it up. So it's about a third of each, depending on the size of your canvas. We've got an 8-inch canvas, so that's probably about enough white that you'd need. Then you're going to get yourself a little stirrer. We use popsicle sticks, which convenient, easy, and you can either throw it away or you can use it again over and over. You've got to mix it up so that there's no lumps in it and really get the edges and really get the paint mixed in with the Floetrol and the PVA. Floetrol is an acrylic paint and stain conditioner, so that actually thins the paint to make it go further, which is perfect for our paint pour, because what we want it to do is actually swirl on the canvas to get this quite beautiful effect. So Jessica's done that one. We make sure that all the bubbles are out of the cup by just giving it a light tap on the table. And then if you have a look at it, Jessica will lift up the little stirrer and show you the consistency. It's almost like just melted ice cream, and you don't eat it. That's my warning. Don't eat it because it's paint. But it does look like ice cream that's been melted. Okay, so now Jessica's going to put all her other colours in the cup, and you're going to keep it roughly the same height as the white. And as we had suggested earlier, the actual Floetrol and PVA glue is already in the paints. Don't worry if it dulls the paint down a bit, being all the two substances you're adding. Don't worry if it dulls the paint down, because that will come out, the colours will come out vibrant in the actual paint pour. So we've got the white, red, blue and black. We're somewhat going for an Australian theme here, the black just with a little kick. So once you've got all your paints in the cups, you're going to set them aside just so that they can get all the bubbles out and sort of settle. And we're going to bring our tray forward, pre-prepared with our glasses and our canvas. And then just before we start, because we're looking at getting cells, which is the paint splits and creates these beautiful cells. And we'll show you those as we go along. But to help create that, we use silicone. Now, you can use any silicone. Some people use treadmill silicone. We use just a WD-40, high performance silicone lubricant, mainly because it's affordable and it lasts a really long time. And all you have to do with that is just a little squirt into each, not very big, just a little squirt into each container. That's plenty. See, very little, and as you can see, the silicone will last a really long time. Well done. And then we're just going to do a slight stir on those. Nothing too harsh, because you don't really want to break the silicone up too much. You want to keep it so that it actually does still maintain its consistency within the paint mix. Just a slight stir. And because you've got the colours, you just want to keep a stirring stick for each one. Now, the next step Jessica's going to do is actually basically the step before the pour. How exciting. So we get an empty cup. Just move the canvas a little bit out of your way. And then Jessica's going to randomly select the colours and show you how to mix up the dirty pour. So she's starting off with the black. You just tip a little bit. You can see, again, that's the consistency of a melted ice cream. And what you'll see here is the paint won't actually meld together as such. It actually keeps its own body shape within the black. Now, the black is a very dominant colour, so you don't want to use over amounts of black because it's more of a taste. You want it as a taste. You don't want to become overbearing on your actual artwork. White is a good, because it's a thinner type paint, a white one is, so it actually flows much better. But as you can see, it's slowly rising. Jessica probably won't put any more black in that because that's quite an extensive amount of black already. But she'll keep layering the other colours until she gets the amount she wants that she believes will fill coat the whole canvas. All right, so now Jessica's going to do the dirty pour. Now Jessica can do many different things. She can do a flip cup, which is you tip your cup over the actual canvas like that. Oops. And flip it over, leave it for a bit for all the paint to fall down. Then you lift the cup up and all the paint just spreads in a big swirl. And then we go ahead and do our tilting. In this instance, Jessica's going to just do a straight dirty pour, which is from the mix cup that she's already pre-made. She's going to start pouring it on the canvas. Now, as you can see, she probably stays about an inch away, an inch and a half maybe, and she gets some height and sort of the way you want it to pour. You can see how the colours are melding, but they're still separate. That's the most important thing. Now, that's the silicone, the Floetrol and the PVA creating that. Now, to tilt it to make sure the whole canvas is covered, Jessica lifts it up in her fingers. Now, this does get messy. And she's going to move the canvas around from side to side, making sure it covers the whole canvas. And she's also going to go around the sides. You don't actually have to go around the sides if you don't want to, but it gives a good effect, especially if you want to turn this into like a clock or something. If it's hanging on the wall, you'd make it so that you can actually get all sides done. Alternatively, you can just paint the outside if you want to. Now, earlier we'd spoken about cells. So as you can see here, these are what the cells are. See this little white one here? It's got colours coming through it. There's cells beautifully throughout the whole canvas coming up. It's absolutely stunning. Now, to get those cells to come out even further, we use what we call a little blowtorch. Now, this is a little simple one we got from the hardware store. It needs to be used under supervision, so not with the kids alone. You can get larger models, but this is one we find really handy for these small canvases. So we just turn it on and we keep our hands probably 2 inches above or so. You don't want to burn your paint. All you're doing is you're bringing out the bubbles and bringing out the cells. So you can see when she does it over that white and light blue, you'll notice that there'll be those cells coming through. It's almost like a planet. And you can see, and it's a simple, great hobby, great way to have fun and play with, entertain the kids. And if you wanted any more advice, or if you'd like to attend a workshop, don't forget to PM the Craft Barn, and have a wonderful Sunday. See ya. Bye.